welcome to today's stream. It is me, Matt, the community manager for TerraTech. How's it going, everybody? If you're in chat, give yourselves a shout out. And I will give you a shout out. That's how this relationship works. You give shout out, I give shout out. So yeah, welcome to the stream. Like I said, I'm Matt, the community manager at Payload Studios. It's basically my job to do this every week. Ty does a thing, says there's only two of us, lol. Yeah, fair enough. Well, give yourself a shout out anyway. Solo Play says, yo and hi. Welcome, welcome, welcome. It's good to have you on board. It's safe to say that I think more people will arrive, so we'll give them time to get here. Because we are streaming at a slightly different time today. We usually stream at 4 p.m. UK time. However, I'm doing it a bit earlier today for reasons. So we'll get stuck into it now. I've loaded into the game in the background anyway of the stream, and I've actually loaded into the wrong version, which is somewhat annoying. So let me not do that, and let me load into the actual version that we should be playing. Once Steam decides it wants to sync the cloud. So while it's doing that, let me get through some news. So we've got some news. Have we got any news? I haven't really got any news. So that's the end of the news section. Moving on to what we're going to be doing on today's stream, which is we're going to be doing Community Core. I say that very posh. We're going to do Community Core, darling. Which is basically a semi-regular stream where we take a look at some of the awesome techs that the TerraTech community has been making. We have 6 submissions for this week's stream, so if we can get through them, if I can get into them quickly enough, I should have about 10 minutes to show per submission, which should be more than enough time, being that we have an hour's stream, so that should work. So yeah, that's what we're going to be doing today. So if you're interested in seeing what the TerraTech community are building, stick around. Feel free to ask any questions that you might have. I'll be here for an hour. So yeah, I can try and answer any questions you have about TerraTech. Or no, just TerraTech. Yeah, you can only ask me questions about TerraTech. I mean, I'll open them up to questions about how I'm doing, things like that. I'll be fine. And I can give you an honest answer about how I am doing as Matt Guest, the community manager at Payload Studios. But yeah, apart from that, I'm not quite sure how I'm feeling about. I made a bold choice, and I just wore a white t-shirt today, just a plain white tee. And I'm not sure how it happened, and I don't know if it will come up on the stream, but I think I've spilt a bit of coffee on there, which is always a risk that you take when wearing plain white. So I feel a bit daft, but I'm sure it doesn't come up, and I'm sure I look fine. But, you know, it's in my head now, so what? Ty Does a Thing on YouTube asks, hey, Matt, do you ever think multi-tech builds or techs made of multiple parts will ever be optimized or viable? Good question. So Ty Does a Thing on the YouTubes. As it stands right now, multi-techs, let's just give to those that were watching, of which there are a whole 5 of you, but people may be rewatching on YouTube, so I'll recap what a multi-tech is. So a multi-tech is effectively it's multiple techs that are joined together that are controlled by one player or kind of do multiple things, but are effectively 2 different techs that are somehow combined. The best way I can describe it is if you want to build a tank, for example, and you want a turret that spins around on top, what you can do if you're really kind of creative is to build the base of the tech with the wheels and everything and the movement capabilities on it. And then you have what some people have done is add one of the shotguns on the top to like the venture shotgun, because that meshes quite well. And then you can build a second tech around the top of that using a separate cab and a separate block, so it doesn't actually connect with your base tech. And then once it drops on top of the turret or the top of the shotgun, when you're controlling the base of that tech, you can move around, and because the shotgun is trying to aim at enemies, it will move the top part of your tech around, and it effectively acts as like a turret. So you can still, if you have like an AI cab in the cab on top or on a tech on top, that then knows to shoot at enemies. So it's all very convoluted way of saying that you can have 2 techs combined. Now, this wasn't something that was originally kind of designed for TerraTech. It's something that the players and the community have sort of built upon and sort of made a thing. So multi-tech isn't an officially endorsed phrase. It's something that the community sort of, pardon me, made up and kind of ran with, which is awesome. But likewise, it's it's a bit of a funny thing. So because of that, it's not officially kind of to tie does a thing to your question. Will it ever be optimized or viable? It's kind of something that we're looking into, I think. So I know that Django's done some prototyping on things like a tether. Now I know tether is a bit of a contentious point for co-op reasons, but a kind of a tether where you can attack. Kind of, we've already got the block fastening block, which fastens, or tech fastener block, which fastens two techs together. But we're looking at something a bit more rubbery than that. So the tech fastener effectively fastens two techs together, and they have them form one tech. What we're looking at is something a bit more, think of it more of a rubber band, so that the techs are still joined and are still sort of effectively classed as, I think they may even be classed as two separate techs still, but they're still joined via some sort of elasticity. So I saw Django playing around with that, which was fun. Again, all prototypes, so it may or may not actually ever turn into a thing, but it was kind of fun seeing sort of Django play around with it. So to all that, to answer your point of saying, will it ever be legitimized? It's how, we never say never when it comes to this sort of thing, because we know that these things are, a bit nebulous and a bit kind of like hard to define. So we don't really know what that will look like, but we're aware of it. We know that players like playing with multi-text, and we know that there's an appetite for there to be a legitimate way to build with these types of things. Now, it's not easy. Again, one of the main reasons that multi-techs are a thing, or have to be a thing, is just because of the way the building system works. It's all grid-based, and you have to attach your text onto your grid, blah, blah, blah. It all gets a bit confusing. Anyway, let's move on. So I hope that's answered your question. So let's move on to some other things that have happened. Don't forget their collisions are buggy and suck. Yeah, no, that's a fair point. Julius says, my life mission is to play chess against all the people that stream from Palo Studios. Cassie said she would. Oh no. Somnolence, did that one specific circuits and systems bug get fixed? I thought it had done. I'm not sure. I'm not sure if it went out in the last update. If it didn't, have a look and let me know, and I can poke the team and see if it's still there. Yeah, I thought it had. I thought Django and Beltane had a look, but I could be wrong. Anyway, Julius, KN is in chat. KN is saying hello. Julius saying, but now I challenge you, Matt, to play chess. Matt, I challenge you to play chess. Julius, I suck at chess. I can categorically say that you would, any person that understands the basics, fundamentals of chess will be able to beat me at chess. So I'm not going to play chess. Not right now, anyway. I have much more interesting things to do. Anyway, that's 10 minutes already gone. Let's move on to the actual crux of today's stream, which is Community Call. So I'm going to load into game. So like I said, we have 6 techs to take a look at. First up is Tetros's Giga Compacti. Julie say, why are you shouting? Stop shouting at me. God. No, I'm joking. Hey Tetros, welcome to the stream. So first up is Tetros's Giga Compacti. Now, let me read what they've said, because they have left a description, which I need to read because I should read the description. So let's take a look. Where is it? Where is the thread? There it is. So this is Giga Compacti, the marvel in base building, probably the smallest full crafting base there is, a result of my meticulous research and expert block laying. In blocks, in block capitals, in bold writing. The pacemaker is under the left Geocorp fabricator. Don't forget to set it on turbo. Okay, fine. Let's set it onto turbo. So we need to find the left. No, don't do that. Did I do that? So the pacemaker is on the left Geocorp fabricator. There it is. So let's turn it up to turbo speed. There we go. Right, so this is this is Tetros's words, not mine. This is about as most compact as you can get. Is a complete fabricator. Is that what we called it? Crafting base. Sorry, crafting base. There is. So, yeah, this is pretty impressive. So let's just take a look at what we've got. So on the top row, top rack, you've got your fabricators from all corporations. Tetris saying, I suggest you move to the crafting zone area. Let's do that then. Let's build beam. Let's teleport over to the crafting zone. Okay, someone is saying the bug wasn't. That's weird. Oh no, it's not weird at all. I'm sure it was fixed, and we may have just. It may have been. I think I know why. I think it's because we did a naughty thing which you shouldn't do in game development or project management, which is we did a thing without making a ticket for it. So if anyone that works in the tech industry or customer service or anything like that, you know that these things that work and stuff is tracked meticulously, and we know we need tickets, and there are ways that we can. And I did because it was something that I think I did after a stream. I just went up to Django and went, "Hey Django, this thing doesn't seem to work." And Beltane was like, "Oh yeah, it doesn't work. Let's fix that." So they fixed it, and I don't think we made a ticket for it. And because we didn't make a ticket for it, we didn't. It wasn't ostensibly obvious to us that it had actually been done when we came to review the patch notes. So that may be why it didn't get done. Well, it may not be there, but I have a strong feeling that it is fixed. So if you let me know what it is, or if you maybe want to try and test it yourself, if you can, I can confirm or deny if it's been fixed. Shout out to his mug, by the way. Isn't this a cool mug? I already had props for this mug on my way up to the stream. Jamie, who's our data analyst, said that they really like the mug, and I can take zero credit for it because I just found it. I just found it in the cupboard. Right, so let's take a look at this thing. So we have, what have we got on the top rack? You've got fabricators from all the corporations. So we have GSO, Venture, Hawkeye, Better Future, Reticle Research, and Geocorp, and obviously Space Junkers. Now, Tetros claims this is the most compact you can have for a crafting base. So let's really put that to the test. Let's do this. I'm going to load in. Let's just load in this. Oh, you numpty. Whoops. Let's try again. And let's not forget to set it to turbo. Let's try that again. Nobody saw that. Nobody saw that. There we go. Right. So I'm going to knock some resources off. This thing... Oh, I thought this thing was going to pick them up. But apparently we're a bit too far away, are we? Okay, we're a bit too far away. So let's just track them on the floor. So it's going to pick them up, and it's going to... Hang on. Let's see if we can't track where this thing is going. So along the conveyor belt, it's going to go into... There has to be a silo somewhere. It can't just be calling for them. Okay, so there's a silo here. There's a silo here. But where have they gone? I saw it pick up 2 different trunks. Is it just gone straight into one of the refineries? Chip says, Matt, that is my junker tech. Yeah, I think I've taken this from... I just think I found one. I think I saw it on the Steam Workshop, so I've taken it from there. You can just scrap some Hawkeye resource blocks using a Space Junker scrapper. Let's do that. The scrappers are laid side vertically. I still can't see where it's gone, though. Do I need to go in? Let's go in. Oh, there's a silo there. There's a filter, so maybe it's filtered it out. There's a silo there. Oh, I just missed it. Let's try again. Let's go to photo mode. Nope. I'm going to pick up a piece. I'm going to drop it down. I'm going to go into photo mode, and I'm going to follow where this thing goes. So it's zigzagging. Oh, it disappeared. It just... Right, I'm not making this up. That did just disappear before our eyes. Tetra says, oh yeah, resource phase inside the block, so most of them can't really be seen. Oh, okay. So they're clipping through. Okay, fine. That makes sense. So there's, in that case, there will be some silos that are holding the blocks, but are invisible because they're probably like Tetros said. Is this a... Oh, is it in there? Is this a silo? Must be. Yeah, it looks like it could be. Doesn't matter. Let's move on. Well, let's not move on, but let's take a look. So, okay, so we've in the game, in our world, we've built this tech, and now we want to craft some stuff with this tech. So let's craft some stuff. I'm going to craft a 1x1 block. I'm also going to repeat it. I'm going to set this one to repeat. I'm going to craft a 1x1 block from here as well. So we need wood and plumbite. So let's go get some wood and plumbite. Should probably put a resource receiver on here. Let's do that. Let's go GSO, manufacturing, accessories. That's what we want. That'll do. Give me wood. We have wood. Give me plumbite. Which one's plumbite, anybody? Is it these ones? No. That's not plumbite, is it? Celestite. Anyone else? Anyone else know which one is plumbite? Someone that says, I test it now, but I don't have a ticket. Well, there you go. Is it this one? Shiny rock. I'll go drop my wood off. And then we can find out. I can never remember where the plumbite is. Or I never know which of the types of block they are. Okay, so we've dropped wood off. So you should see the wood make its way through into the refineries, or the factories. You know what I mean. Interesting though. Why aren't you crafting? Hey? There we go. Okay, fine. For some reason, one of the fabricators turned itself off. Chat. Dean Dobbs has asked on YouTube, when is this coming to PS5? Good question, Dean Dobbs. When is TerraTech coming to PlayStation 5? Got to think of something really quickly on my feet. We don't have any plans. That's a good one. Let's default to that. There are no plans currently to put it onto PS5. However, that doesn't mean it'll never happen. No, sorry, there's a better way of saying that. No. Ty does the thing says, shouldn't all PS4 games be PS5 compatible? That's a good answer. I'm going to fall back onto that. So you can technically play it on PlayStation 5. However, it's obviously not optimized. You're just playing the same version of the PS4 version as the PS4 version on PS5, I believe. I think what Dean Dobbs may be asking is, will there ever be like a PS or a next-gen version of TerraTech? To which I can honestly say that we don't have any plans at the minute to do something like that. We're still very much focused on adding new content and making TerraTech, the current version of TerraTech, as good as it possibly can be. So we have a roadmap in place, so you can read that roadmap, which is on our Discord server. So head over to our Discord server for more details on what the cool things are that we've got planned for TerraTech. And hopefully that will put your mind at ease. Now, in the meantime, where do I find plumbite? I'm going to swap this tech out. This tech is not easy to maneuver. So let's find one that is. This one. Yeah, that's better. Anyone know where I can get some plumbite? That's celestite. This is the green one. What do you guys do? You're just steam vents, so I can use you for geothermal things. I might cheat. Oh, hang on. Is it this one? Yeah, there we go. Plumbite. And it's just plumbite ore as well, which is all I need. So let me put a resource receiver on here. See if I can find a spare spot. Perfect. That'll do. And we're going to eat up all the plumbite. I'm going to turn around. Actually, no, we're not even going to turn around. We're going to reverse it up. We're going to back it up into the resource receiver. It's going to eat it all up. I'm going to switch back over here. And now you can see that the fabricators are calling for plumbite ore. And they're going to make their way around. Here they are. Oh, well, they've been refined. I don't think we needed it to be refined. So that could cause a problem. Not quite sure why it's done that. Because the wood didn't get refined. Although, can you refine wood? Chips, you're saying, Matt, just scrap the compact resource blocks. I could just do that, you're right. But that's far too boring. That's far too interesting. And easy. I like making life hard for myself. Oh, it's because I took it in this way. Fine. All right, let's go around then. I've done it now. I've committed, so I'm going to do it a different way. Oh, wow. So that's interesting. This is quite cool. I quite like this. So if you on Tetros's crafting base, if you load them through the right-hand side, as you're looking at it from this way, from this way. Oh no, it will refine them. Which is actually isn't what we want here. We want them to go through the other way and be not refined. So we can make lovely, lovely GSO1 blocks. So they should come out unrefined. Oh, no, never mind. I don't know what I'm doing then. Tetros says compact, resource blocks, output refined. Not quite sure what's going on here, and I don't think I've really got time to look into it, but I will say this is really cool. So thumbs up for Tetros. Thank you for submitting this. I love it. And as always is the case, I've not done it any justice, but I hope viewers, the viewer can appreciate how good this thing is. So thank you, Tetros. I'm going to restart the R&D labs. I'm going to load in the next tech. You have switched the conveyor direction on a raw plumbite. Okay, I did a thing. Yeah, I thought it was my fault. It usually is my fault. My tech seemed to be working better, but not perfectly. Maybe I should have used a ticket system to make the supplements. If you just DM me on Discord, and I can forward it onto the team, because we want to get to the bottom of this. We want to make sure that your awesome circuits and systems stuff is working as it should be. All right, moving on. We have KN's Stiletto, which I believe is this thing. So let's load her up, and I'll read you what KN has written about this. Just directions. So free flight, all axis controls like my other ships. Check control scheme if issues arise. Just because I know how to do this now, let's set... Oh, no. No. Let's set energy to 1. And I'm actually going to go into photo mode, and I'm going to set this to power up instantly. I'm going to hit apply. And boom. That's so much better. Okay, so I feel like there's some hoverbug shenanigans going on. Hey, Tetros, I did it, and you didn't even need to... what's the word? I was going to say recognize me? No. Remind me. God. More coffee, please. KN, this is awesome. Let's go into photo mode and we'll take a closer look at this thing. This thing's awesome. Thank you, Tetros. Thank you for reminding me of the word remind. Appreciate you. So this thing is called the Stiletto. And I get strong stiletto vibes from it, I must say. I like that it's quite pointy. It's got multiple points that look like they would hurt if it was to ram into you or if you were to stand on it like a piece of Lego. It can currently tank 5 build limit cruise missile floor volleys. So hang on. So you're saying that if you were to build... It can currently tank 5 build limit cruise missile floor volleys. So if you built a build limit cruise missile... So if you took a load of cruise missiles and made them 25 by 25 by 25, which I think is the maximum build limit in single player. Well, it'd be 25 by 25, so it's not 3D. If you take one plane of, and you took 5 of those, and they all fired at this at the same time, it would survive. Is that what we're saying? Maybe it is 64. Maybe it's maybe 25 is the console. Maybe that's what I'm thinking of. Somnolence, you're probably right. You usually are right. Hang on. So we're saying KN claim here is this thing can take 64 squared times 5. That number is worth of 1,000. Okay, fine. Oh no, just the floor of the thing. Oh, just the floor of the thing. About 1,400 per volley. That's a lot. That is a lot to be. Unfortunately, I haven't got the time to build a machine that can test that out. But let's all just stare in amazement at this thing, and I'm going to take it for a spin. Okay, fine. So KN. So about 1,400 times 5. That math does make sense. Sorry, Peter Lagerworth on the YouTube says, Matt, please let the Nintendo Switch get Space Junkers 2. Yeah, so that's a good question, or a good point. Console updates for Nintendo Switch, Xbox One, and PlayStation 4. That is the sole focus of the team currently. We are currently working towards getting the next console update out. Like with all these things, we don't have a time frame yet. We don't like to sort of attach time frames to these sorts of things because they can move and they can shift, and inevitably people get mad at me because they think that we've lied. That isn't true. I mean, it's true that I lie. Wait, what? But we try not to attach time frames or timescales to anything because someone says, yeah, the Shadow does look like an X-wing or a Y-wing with extra bits. Yeah, so we try not to discommit, but rest assured, the team we are actively working on the next console update, which will include Space Junkers. I think the aim is to basically bring the console version up to version 161, which is currently on PC. Which is basically the current version that I'm playing on right now. So that's where we're up to with the console update. But again, like all these things, keep your eyes on our socials and our Discord server and all this stuff. By the way, Chip has made one of my new favorite phrases ever. They've quoted me and they've absolutely nailed a really cool nickname for me. So because I didn't coin this nickname, I'm allowed to use it. Chip made this nickname up for me. Chip says, "It's true that I lie, Matt Payloadington." So from now on, I will ask everyone in chat to call me that. I will ask everyone on our Discord server to call me that. I will ask my 6-year-old daughter to ask me that. I'll ask my wife, who I've been married to for 7 years. We actually had our wedding anniversary this weekend, so congratulations to us. I'll ask her to call me that, and that will be her name. That will be their name as well. So I'll go to the passport office and I'll say to the passport person, "You there? We're going to change our surnames to the Payloadingtons," and they will do it. All right, Tight Run. Yeah, fair enough. Let's move on. Let's return to teleporter. Can I get in the? Can I get in it? Lower down. Beautiful. Turret. Run. Thank you, Payload Studios. Yeah, 7 years married, eh? Who'd have thunk it? I have a strong suspicion that this thing is gonna survive the turret run pretty comfortably. So let's just take a look. Easy, easy. That was just one tap of the spacebar, and we've already taken down 2 turrets. And again, this thing's serious. But also, but like always happens on the turret run, we find that or maybe it was because I wasn't really paying attention. But the debris on the floor always gets in the way. So we're kind of knocking them out with consummate ease. This might be one of the most comfortable turret runs I think I've ever done. I'm literally just feathering the space bar. And then for the final boss, I'm just going to hold it down. Yeah, to absolutely nobody's surprise, I'm not even sure an enemy got a shot off on us. God's sake. Somnolence. This isn't... They didn't say this, I'm paraphrasing. They said, this isn't a turret run. This is a light turret jog. That's funny. If there was a payload version of Paddington Bear, would it be called Payloadington Bear? Yes, that's exactly right. And if anything, that now needs to be a thing. So I'm going to have a word with our office manager and see if we can maybe we can you still adopt animals? Is that still a thing? I might adopt a panda bear and we can call it the Payloadington Bear. Payloadington Panda Bear. That would be the in-game Payload Corp NPC. Payloadington Bear. That's what he would sound like if we were to ever have. I say if we were to ever have. I don't think we need. If we were ever to have voice actors, but we don't need one because that's what it would be. Or it would be me talking like this. Hello, I'm Payloadington Bear, because he's from the West Country of England and he likes. What does he like? What would Payloadington Bear like? The Payload Corp NPC. They would like. I mean, Marmalade is the obvious answer, but I don't want to get too close to the copyright infringement of a national treasure. Marmalade sandwiches and guns. Marmalade sandwiches and guns. That's about right. That's about right. All right, moving on. This thing's awesome, KN. This thing is hella awesome. Plum bite and honey. Nice. Ty does a thing. I like that. I'm still laughing at a light turret jog. That's really made me laugh. All right, moving on. Let's move on because we're already over halfway and I've only shown off 2 techs. So maybe we slow it down because I think this next one is going to take some time to showcase. So the next one is from Somnolence. So shout out to Somnolence. And this thing was made for circuits and systems. I love this idea. I've not actually played with it yet, but I'm excited to show it because this is exactly when we thought of circuits and systems, when the concept of circuits and systems was first conceived, this is pretty much what we had in mind. This is the kind of stuff that we wanted people to play around with. So let's call the Bob Challenge. Somnolence does make a point. The point is to do it as quickly as possible. That is a fair point. However, I still want to showcase it to its best of its abilities. So if we carry on, I've got... So let's just go through the premise. I'm going to go into photo mode and I'm going to showcase what we're looking at. So what we've got... This is a creative game save that is on the Steam Workshop by Somnolence. They made a bus, a school bus. There's some barriers, as you can see. There is some They look like traffic lights. I'm going to call them traffic lights. And there's some gates as well. So what we're going to do... Now, if anyone has seen the film Speed, you'll know what this is. And this is perfect. It is so good. So I'm not going to say anything more than that. I'm going to have a go, and then if it goes wrong, I'll explain. But I'm going to try it without going wrong first. Hang on. Let me read the instructions. Okay, fine. The gates will open once the bus first reaches 50 kilometers an hour. Fine. So I need a bit of a run up. Oh, hang on. Okay, fine. So I've basically got to reach. I've got to stay at over 50 kilometers an hour, otherwise the whole thing is going to explode. Okay. I should have exploded by now. I've gone well under 60 kilometers an hour. Can I just go through here? No. Oh, for 3 seconds. Oh my gosh. This thing is awesome. This thing is so good. This is what we... This thing's so good. Right, so you said it's in the instructions. Okay, fine. I was so excited I just jumped into it. Okay, I didn't actually get that far. So it says if the bus dips under 50 kilometers an hour for at least 3 seconds, the bomb will go off. Are you up for the challenge? So as you can see, the challenge is you have to maintain a speed of 50 kilometers an hour for as long as possible. If you go under 50 kilometers an hour for more than 3 seconds, you will explode. So if anyone has seen the film Speed from the 90s and Speed 2 also from the 90s, you'll know that this is amazing. I'm going to go this way. Through the trees. Boom. Oh, no. No, not good. Oh, no. Right, let's try again. This is so fun. Here we go. Right, I'm going to get it. I've got it this time. I've got it. I know what I'm doing. This is actually really cool. Can we get a new gauntlet map based on this? You can build your own. This is why Circuits and Systems was introduced. It was so that you can actually go and you know, if you use the basics that Somnolence has done, you can go and kind of build. No. I didn't even get a chart. I thought I would do it. I'm going to do it now. This is it. I've got a good feeling. Yeah, the idea being you could, if you take what Somnolence has sort of built and build on that, or, you know, move it around a bit, you can kind of build your own ones. Ty does a thing, says, I've never actually thought of this sort of thing. Yeah, no, neither had I. And this is the beauty of, not only this is the beauty of Circuits and Systems, but also the beauty of having a sandbox block building game, is that really the possibilities are kind of endless. I'm going to go through this one. Yes. Get out of the way. Okay, fine. I'm going to go around here. I'm maintaining a decent speed around the bend. I've had to go under the... Okay, but we're back up. Around this bend. It's hard to maintain speed around these corners. That's really hard. How did they get the HUD elements? So the HUD elements come with the timer. It was a really nifty feature of the what was it? The stopwatch block, the circuits and systems stopwatch blocks. So this isn't a mod. So Chip says it's from the HUD display blocks. No, it's not. It's the timer block. I can show you in the inventory. So let me just bring it up really quickly. So we're going to go into theoretical research. We're going to go into accessories, and if I can find it. That's a speed gauge, that's a power gauge, fuel gauge. We don't want gauges, we want stopwatch. So you pop a stopwatch on, and when your stopwatch starts, you'll see a timer in the top. And then if you have more than one stopwatch, you'll see multiple timers. So let's take a look again. So this stopwatch is referring to one of the stopwatches that's currently running. If I go under 50 kilometers an hour, another stopwatch will go off, which is what's tracking my speed. Come on, taking speed around this corner. Okay. Don't crash, don't crash, don't crash, don't crash, don't crash. Oh. Oh. It's basically, if you stop, that's it, it's game over. So you can't stop. You can't crash into anything that stops you. You've basically just got to power through. This is so fun. Phoenix Karma on Twitch says, has anyone said anything in chat yet, or am I the first to do so? So I think you're one of the first to say anything in Twitch chat, but there's a lot going on over on YouTube chat, which is what I'm talking to. So yeah, apologies if you think that we're ignoring Twitch chat, but we're not. Let's take a look. So let's take a look at the actual circuitry underneath. So Somnolence is quite rightfully said there's some circuitry underneath. This is where all the magic happens, all the circuits and systems magic. And as I'm sure we're all aware, I am far from clever enough to understand anything that's going on here, or even try and explain it. Okay, here it is. So we have a toggle that is set to on. So the signal delayer is taking the signal and it's sending it to a logic AND gate. So both of these gates need to be on. So this will need to be set to 50. So this will be the speedometer block when we're at 50 kilometers. When we're at 50 kilometers an hour. Oh, I see. So when this is on, and we're at more than 50 kilometers an hour. Yeah, that makes sense. So if the speed is equal or greater than, or if the speed is greater than 50 kilometers an hour, it will turn on this AND gate that will create a loop. It looks like is there a loop going around? No, there is not. Then that's as far as I've got. That's as far as I've got. It looks like there's some other interesting shenanigans, but this is kind of what it looks like. Somnolence says that's what primes the bomb. Interesting. Okay, I'm actually gonna. Do you know what I'm gonna do? Oh no. Okay, I'm gonna give myself a bit of a longer run up. I don't think it makes much difference. I think the top speed of this thing is about 90 kilometers an hour. So I'm gonna smash through it. Oh no, 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 no! Oh, I got stuck on a thing on the floor. Chat, if anyone else wants to have a go at this, I'm going to share a link to this in our chat. So if you want to play this for yourself on Steam, I've just shared a link to the workshop item. I want to know if anyone else can do this. I'm gonna finish the stream. Well, I'm gonna keep playing this until I finished it. So we still have another 15 minutes left to stream. There are still 3 techs left from this week's community core. So if you have submitted a tech and you haven't seen it yet, we will showcase them next week. Somnolence does have a video of beating it. Somnolence, send me the vid of you beating it. And if we haven't beaten it by 4 o'clock UK time, I'll show you a video. And then we will end the stream. Here we go. Right, I've got a good feeling about this one. I say that about every time. Oh, I've got the hiccups as well. What was that? What was that? What's taking longer is to load the bloody thing. I'm dying. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. Let's stay positive. Let's manifest. Let's manifest us winning. Positive mental attitude. Let's talk about this. Chip does ask, is there any plans to improve the new Space Junkers missions? The scrapping ones in particular feel too samey for how many there are. Then Phoenix says, oh yeah, crafting missions can use some unanchored techs instead of turrets. I didn't mean to reference a meme there, Cassie. It just sort of came out. Maybe I've spent too much time on, as we already established earlier today, I've probably spent too much time on TikTok. Brother, right, let's go. So we're keeping a healthy speed. No, I did it again. Okay, so if you take that too tight, you're going to run into the things on the floor. That's what's doing it. So if I'm running through that block, I need to go straighter. This is so cool. There is distinct lack of Keanu Reeves references in this stream. So if anyone can just start quoting random Keanu Reeves memes, that'd be hilarious. That'd be good. That would contribute massively to today's stream. I'll tell you what I'm going to do. Without breaking 50 kilometers, I'm going to cheese it a little bit. This is a bit cheesy, so please forgive me. But I'm going to back it up. Somnolence makes a really, really good point. And this can apply to life as well as TerraTech. So just take this. This is something that can be quoted as Matt Payloadington. The best way, although I'm quoting Somnolence, so it needs to be Somnolence quoted by Matt. Pencil. Does John Wick say that? Ty does a thing. That's really funny. Somnolence says, and again, apply this to real life, not just TerraTech. The best way to maintain speed is to avoid things that slow you down. Can we get that printed on a t-shirt? Right, I'm aiming for the middle of this text, the missed block, because I don't want to get stuck on anything. And I just say that and I hit a tree. Okay, fine. We've got around that. Now we just need to maintain our momentum around this bend. I've slowed down. I'm not going to explode. Oh, I've stopped. This is so tough. Printed on a fashionable mug, maybe. Definitely. And I can drink it on stream. Right, I think I've got this first section locked down. I need to figure out a way to get around this first bend without losing all my momentum. Yeah, KN makes a really good point. All mission aside, this bus looks amazing. I'm going to Google bus from speed and see what we get. Bus from speed. Okay, right. It's an 11 GM new look bus, or a TDH 5303. Let's see what that looks like. Interesting. So it's a GM. It's just called a GM new look bus, which is what was featured in the film Speed. And I can confirm it's a pretty spot on replica. I've got it on my screen now. Yeah, even everything down to the double. Oh man, the double headlight things. That's so cool. Yes, the bus is designed to be particularly unwieldy because it's a bus. That's fair enough. Katsura Mew on YouTube says, loading that save takes 1 minute. Gameplay takes 15 seconds. A classic load screen simulator. Maybe that's the next game we should make. Load screen simulator. We're on to something. Right, let's do it. We're up to 55 kilometers an hour. I'm going to hit the middle of this, square on, so I'm not, or as square on as I can, so I'm not getting stuck on this little bugger down here. I'm going to swing around here. I'm going to try and take this corner as wide as I can. Yes, that's good. I've not hit anything, and I'm still maintaining my speed. Now, can I maintain that speed? I think wide is key. Wide is key. Can I avoid that? I've avoided that. I'm swinging it around. Oh my God, I didn't even go that slow. That felt really good. Right, I've got it now. I can get through that first corner, okay. Let's do the second corner now. This feels like the Dark Souls of TerraTech. This feels like I'm learning one mechanic, and then I can extrapolate that and get through the first phase and then do the next bit. So I'm gonna marginal gains. Yeah, that's it. Marginal gains. So this, if someone's counting, can someone count how many feather the tuning to stay above 50 though? Yeah, I could do that. I want to play it on hard mode. This feels like hard mode, and as a hardcore gamer, Nothing but hard mode satiates my need for wins. Okay, here we go. Right, we're going to take a wide angle around here. I feel like that's too wide. I'm going to slow down. I've slowed down. I'm going to hit the too wide. I went too wide. There's a really fine balance. You need to come in. You need to go start wide and then come in. But if you start too close, you're gonna just sort of face plant into the side. So when I say start wide, I need to get wider. That's what I'm gonna do. Chip says I'm gonna submit to my crafting base for next week. What I'll do after this stream, I'll reopen the submissions for this community call on our Discord. So if you want to submit something for next week's stream, you can do that. All right, here we go. These passengers are not doing too well. No, that is true. They are not having a good time. Right, so we're going to power through there, maintaining our momentum. Good. I'm going to try and get wide, and then we're going to swing it around as much as we can. I think that's not going to be enough. Is it? Is it? Yes, it is. We're maintaining our speed. Now we're going to swing. This could be good, chat. I'm lower than 50. I'm up. But I had to straighten out to get that speed up. Yeah. Oh, that was tough. Okay. I don't know how to take that corner any quicker. Is this dip, right? So you dip down here and coming up this whilst turning in this massive bus really slows you down. How much longer have we got? We've got 7 minutes. That's enough time for 2 more runs. How much more is there? I hope there's not much left of this. I hope there's some minutes. Does this thing go on for quite a long time? KN says, also, I'd recommend checking out the Dance Dance Revolution minigame thing on the workshop. I saw that, and I haven't had a chance to play with it yet, but I really want to give it a go, because it looked amazing. What game was that? I was on TikTok, right? I spend a lot of time on TikTok. And someone has built, I know sort of Circuit Systems was built on Redstone from Minecraft. That was the premise. But someone in Minecraft using Redstone has built a whole computer and made Tetris out of it. Is that something that can be done? I'm assuming it can. I feel like we've got the same sort of logic blocks. Okay, right. We're going to try and swing it wider, but straighten up. Here we go. Turning. 50 kilometers. There we go. Here we go. Oh, he's done it. Here we go. I'm going to hit this middle one. I'm in uncharted territory now. Up the ramp. I'm just going to turn now just so I can get this out of the way. Oh, I'm grounded. I'm beached. Oh. Right. Tactic for next time, if I ever get this far again. Take this thing wider so I can take the slightly more shallower route and I don't get beached on there. That was good though. That was fun. I can do that. I will do that actually. After this run, although I'm kind of I don't want to. I want it to be a surprise. But yeah, I could just do that. You're right. Ty does a thing. We're still quoting Neo references. It's Matrixing time. that famous quote from the film The Matrix. There is a good quote from The Matrix that Neo does right at the end. I am the one. No, it's not that at all. Okay, fine. Right, here we go. So like last time, we're going to take a wide, too wide. No, are we there? Start turning now. Okay, I'm turning. I've smashed it. I've absolutely smashed that. Going to come a bit wider now, and we're going to come through. Don't go too slow. Let's bring that speed back up. There we go. Am I gonna make it? Am I gonna make it? Have I made it? I've made it. Can I get back up to 50? Yes, just in time. Oh, this is so stressful. Right, middle one again this time. Middle one. Beautiful. Up the hill. Now, try and take a wide line around here, just so I don't get beached again. I'm off the throttle now. I'm not going forward on the throttle to try and keep some balance. Oh, no! No, the finish line's just there. Okay, right. I've got this. I've definitely got this. The finish line is just there. This thing is so good. Right, last run, and then we'll call it. And then I'll have to show a video of Somnolence doing it. But I've got this. Guys, if you want to give this a shot, please record yourselves and share it in our Discord server. I want to see people doing this. Closer, but not quite, says Phoenix Karma. Yeah. I'm so close. Right, here we go. Let's do some speed. Middle gate. Take the bends as wide as you can. I definitely feel like I lucked out a little bit on that last run. I don't know quite. I managed to maintain a lot of speed through that second corner. Get off me. Here we go. Right. No, that's the wrong angle. That's the wrong line. I'm now going to slow down. And I'm going to explode. Am I going to make it? Oh, so close. No, right. That was... I knew what I did wrong then. Let's try again. Last time. And then I will actually do it. I promise. I'll show Somnolence actually doing the thing. Right. We've got this. We've got this. Here we go. Right. I'm not even going to back up this time. I'm just going to go for it. Beautiful. Right. We're going to avoid these obstacles as much as we can. I'm going to try and get wide. And then we're going to turn in, turn in, turn in. Don't explode, don't explode. Nice. Try and get wide around here. Too wide, too wide, too slow, too wide, too slow. I'm going to die. Damn it. Let's just see this explode. Oh, God, right now I've got it in my head. I'm too cocky. This is what happens. You think you're at the end of the fight, the boss fight, and then you get too cocky and you end up dying at the first phase all over again. Right, this definitely is the last time. I promise. Oh, God. This is why it's so good, because you just want to do it. You want to get it done. Have I had too much coffee? I feel pretty wired right now. It's a combination of being absolutely buzzed off coffee and the adrenaline of being in the film Speed. Is this what Keanu Reeves feels like all the time? I don't get the vibes that he does feel like this. I don't get the feeling that Keanu Reeves is just an absolute caffeine head. Come on, get over that. Nice. Now my line's a bit skewed for this. Let's just power through. There we go. Okay, I'm going to swing it around this way as well. Have I gone too wide again? I have. But it's fine. Let's get back up to speed. Nice. Okay, so we're through the second corner, which is tough. Let's get up this hill. Now, what I did last time was I took a wide line, and as I was coming down here, I didn't hit the accelerator because the momentum's going to carry me through. Have I got beached? I've got beached again. Oh, right. That's going to leave. I'm going to stop there. I'm going to go to Discord because I think Somnolence has shared a message with me. It's on YouTube. I'm going to open it. I'm going to go full screen or do that. I'm going to add a scene. 1 second, everybody. 1 second, everybody. I'm going to add window capture. I'm going to add YouTube. I'll be right there, everyone. I promise. And then you can see the video there. That's good. That's what I want you to see. I'm not sure if that worked or not. Oh, stop it. Go away. Let's chuck this down here. All right, here we go. So this is Somnolence finishing the Bob race, or the whatever they called it. So they're taking a different line. They're going around. Oh, that makes sense, because then you're in a straighter line, and that lines you up better for coming through the second phase. This is about the line that I was taking. That's good. This second bend, look at the speed you're carrying through. And again, I'm guessing you're hard forward and hard right, and then again coming through wide. Yeah, just narrowly avoiding that resource on the right. Back round again. So again, this is all pretty... Oh, a bit of a knock on the tree. That's fine. You're carrying enough speed to not make it matter. Now for this part, we're what are we doing? We went under 50k there. But again, making sure you're not cutting the corner too much. I think that's the problem on this one. You can't cut the corner. You have to take it as wide as you can and then carry that speed through, and just about makes the... Oh! Wow. And the bomb is diffused. Took them a few dozen times. That makes me feel better about my my attempts. Let's move up to here. So there you go. Somnolence. Everybody give Somnolence a round of applause. I'm going to come back to... I'm going to complete this thing. Yeah, amazing. Well done. All right, cool. We're going to leave it. I need to run because I've got a train to catch. So I'm going to end the stream very, very abruptly. Apologies for that. Tune in next week. We're going to finish off this week's community course. There's 3 more texts to choose to showcase. So go check those out. And yeah, have a good week, everybody. And yeah.